The next guy we have up is a fucking hilarious guy. He's had a podcast for like 2+ years. He hosts open mic at the Hot Spot in Waynesboro. One of my favorite comedians around here, Kenn Edwards, everyone.
Well, now I'm all blushing. I'll forget my whole set. That's why I wrote it down. You guys aren't really taking advantage of this full stage. I mean, like, I know bands play here, but we could, like, go on an adventure. I could, like, start out a little baby and get over here, and I can run into some hardships, and by the end of the night, maybe I could learn a few lessons. But I'm just going to tell you some stupid jokes.
Yes.
Jesus Christ of Nazareth seemed like a pretty cool guy, but I wouldn't have trusted anything he said in the hours leading up to his death because I heard that he had his fingers crossed the whole time. Yeah, my mother-in-law was so offended at that joke, and I'm like, that's in the Bible. He was on a cross.
Thank you.
And she didn't like this one either. Do you think when he was up there, like, you know, basking in the glory of knowing that he was going home, just waiting for his heartbeat to stop, you know, because he, like, trained as a carpenter, he ever, like, took note of the construction of the wood, of the cross he was hung on? Like, oh, sandalwood, interesting choice.
Yes.
I was into, like, video games and comic books and stuff like that when I was a kid, and my dad never tried to engage me on any of those levels. Instead, I have, like, this memory of him teaching me how to install a wall socket. I don't know what that was about. I guess he just thought it was a better outlet for me.
Ouch.
I know, teaching a kid to play with electricity. Shocking, right? Hey, my in-laws like to blame the Democrats and the immigrants for how high unemployment is, and I disagree. You know who I like to blame? The mannequins. Think about it. Think of how many department store modeling jobs would still be available if they hadn't just appeared and snatched them all up. Fucking manners. My wife and I have been in a relationship of one form or another for about 10 years now. We just entered this amazing new stage of our relationship, the blowjob phase. And I gotta tell you, that woman is incredible because she knows exactly how long it would take me to make the other guy come. My wife, like, she used to, like, dye her hair a lot, and I used to complain about it, and she was like, hey, I can pretend I'm a different woman if you can grow facial hair and pretend like you're a man. She was like, if you're gonna grow facial hair, like, why don't you grow long hair? You know, I don't like the facial hair. Let's compromise. You used to have long hair. Grow that out. It'd be cool. And I was like, but, you know, with long hair, there's that whole, like, 8 to 10 month period where your hair looks really stupid in between. And she's like, but that doesn't matter because if you're going to have the facial hair the whole time, you're going to look really stupid anyway. This bothers a lot of guys. It makes a lot of guys uncomfortable, but I told my wife I didn't care if she experimented with other dudes because I know all the guys that she knows and none of them know chemistry as well as I do. Thank you. I had never experienced deep throat before, and I wanted to see what that was all about. So I just put an ad in the Craigslist personals. But I only put that I had a special thing for chicks who were into bulimia. Oh. 'Tis better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. But my selfish friend Karen is still whining about her stupid miscarriage when she knows I can't even conceive.
TF in the corner laughs.
All right. This is a newer bit. So yeah, I'm reading. Fuck you. I think science still has a lot to explain. Like how we're turning into apes. Hear me out. I think that they're the more advanced ones. Like we selfishly teach evolution, make it all about us, but let's look at the fucking facts. They can get by with just a motherfucking tree. I can't go to the bathroom and take a piss and leave my cell phone on the table without having a boredom-induced panic attack while I'm in there. I'm just saying, like we are reliant. They're advanced. They don't need anything. That's more advanced to me. So my point being, like, we all know the word progressive. That's supposed to mean advanced. But have you ever actually been to a progressive part of the country? Like San Francisco, Portland. It's just full of fucking hippies. People who can afford houses but would sleep outside given the choice. And it is true. We're all becoming closer to being more zen. Even chimps, like in the zoo, they used to like shake their cages all day, and now you go to a zoo and a monkey will just sit there and stare right back at you. Still, like the Buddha. This too shall pass. And why wouldn't they embrace it? I mean, screw the fact that they get the free penthouse with free food every day. They used to deal with like tragic death every day in the wild from never-ending guerrilla warfare. Yeah, no, seriously, like simian soldiers from neighboring tribes would come up to chimps in the middle of the night and slit their throat. It was dangerous. They're barbaric. This is true stuff. They're like driving orangutans and shit. But we can relate to that. We can relate to that part as humans. We're barbaric people. And that's what I think we can learn from them. It's what all of us need to understand about rape. Now, have you ever seen on National Geographic, have you seen how like apes mate? The woman, when she feels like it, will just come down from her tree and flaunt her ass, and the closest, largest male will come over and do what we do, and she'll say nothing and go back up to her tree while she leaves him to clean himself up. And she gets pregnant, she carries him to term, she has the baby, and not once does she ever ask for help from her AP daddy. Even if she could recognize him. But my point is, she doesn't need the help. She's gonna get along just fine without him or any other man in her life. Because she's progressive. I'm just saying, maybe instead of being so afraid of it all the time, perhaps we should just consider embracing rape. I mean, it seems to be working out for them just fine. I never hear them complaining about statistics. You know, they're just like, this too shall pass. Hey, it was a new joke. That was the one new joke. Give me that one. Give me that one. Man, I really hate to be called out in a comedy cliche. This guy knows what I'm talking about. If you're to, there are two kinds of women in this world. There are those who, if you were to ask them, the peak example of the pinnacle of the perfect woman, she would say Beyonce. And then there are those women who think for themselves. I've been babysitting my 1-year-old nephew, and I never thought I'd be the kind of guy that has fun chilling with a baby. But I have made some amusing observations. Mainly, the kid does not stop yanking on his dick all day. He has no no understanding of social faux pas, so no matter where they are in public, just And I've developed a theory that these are the boys, I almost said kids, but I think boys applies here, that grow up to have bigger dicks than others. Now, Ken, what evidence do you have to support that theory, you ask? Well, I only have my big dick to go on. And how else can you explain my father taking such interest down there at night when I was little? Yeah, he was really good to me. I feel blessed. You guys remember the first time you masturbated? I do.
Yeah.
I actually got scared. I thought I broke it. I was freaking out. I almost like wished somebody had been in the room with me to let me know it was okay because it felt good. I wanted to be able to do it again. So for this reason, when I have a little boy, I'm going to teach him how to masturbate before he comes of age. Don't worry. I'm not going to like show him or do it for him. I'm not that good of a father. But I'm just gonna like Google how to masturbate male and set the laptop on his bed on like the eve of his 10th birthday, because that's the gift that keeps on giving. It can be 30 years later, I'm at his 40th birthday party, I'm like, you still jerking him from time to time, Junior? Good, happy birthday. Hey, you guys know what the seafood chef said when he presented the world with his brand new condiment? Tartar. I love that people know that joke. That's gonna be my like, what's a one-hit wonder? Like, you know, if fucking that band goes on tour and you have to wait till the end of the show to hear that one song you know. That's gonna be the one that my joke that's so stupid and annoying that everybody actually remembers that punchline. If I do that at the end of my show every set, I'll feel like a damn rock star at some point if I do this enough. So let's just try that. Let's just try that. Do you guys know what the seafood chef said when he presented his new condiment? Tartar! Thank you guys, I'm Kenn Edwards.